Hi, this is Ranjit and I have this Eureka with me, and in this video we'll be doing the gaming review with this device. And we'll start with some casual games and then we'll quickly move to heavier games. And we'll start with Riptide GP2. And this Eureka is powered by the Snapdragon 615 chipset, which is an octa-core chipset. It has 2 gigs of RAM. The GPU is the Adreno 405 and it's a 64-bit enabled chipset. So this is Riptide GP2 and the screen is a 5.5 inch screen, which is a 720p HD screen, and if you see, the viewing angles are actually very good, and in general the screen quality is pretty good, and even the white levels are pretty good. But one thing I did notice is that the color saturation is a little saturation, I would say, is on the higher side. So the colors look a little bit weird. There is a setting, and if you disable that, it becomes a little bit better, but still in terms of saturation, I would say the saturation levels are pretty high. And as you can see, it is running this game pretty well, and we're getting all the graphics. Let me try the boost. Again, if you notice, the viewing angles are also nice, and it's handling this game actually very well, and we're getting all the graphics with water effects, so it's playing this game very well. So let's get out of this game and let's move to some heavier games, and I'll just swipe that off, and I'm using the on-screen buttons instead of the physical buttons. We can enable these virtual buttons or use the capacitive buttons on this device. Let's actually also move to Asphalt 8, and I also have my heat gun. We will be testing the temperatures later on, because I was also testing this device a bit earlier, and after about moderate gaming it was showing some signs of heating up, so we'll check the temperatures after a couple of minutes. So this is Asphalt 8, and let me show you the graphics settings, and I am keeping the volume at max, and I'm keeping it at the medium graphics settings. It was also playable at high graphics settings, but was skipping a few frames here and there. So let's try this Asphalt 8, and it just closed for some reason. Let me just fire it up again. So we'll start with this Iceland level, and if you notice, there is a slight blue tint to the screen. That's what I have noticed. Hence the what do you say images look slightly on the bluish side, and also the saturation is a little bit higher to my liking. If you notice, it's slightly bluer. So let's play this Iceland level for a few minutes, and then we'll also play one more level and then move to Modern Combat 5, and I'm using the on-screen steering, trying the drift. One thing to note is that the speaker volume is a little bit low. We are at the max volume, then also it's a little bit low to my liking. But as you can see, the car is in complete control, and I've played this game a lot. The only thing, as I mentioned, is regarding the color saturation. This car looks a lot greener than it actually is. And as you can see, it is handling this Asphalt 8 very well, in fact. And I don't notice any drop frames at this medium graphics setting, so it's handling this game pretty well. As you can see, it's handling it very well. In terms of controlling the car is in complete control even if I'm doing drift. So it's handling this game actually very well, I would say. And it's just about 8 odd minutes since we were gaming. So this level is almost done. When it's done, we'll also check the temperatures. So we are done, and let's look at the temperatures now. And as you can see, it's extremely hot at around 50 degrees Celsius, which is actually very hot. It did touch about 49 to 50, 51 also it did touch. If you notice, this area actually, particularly this area, is getting pretty hot. And here also, here it's about 45 degrees Celsius. So yes, it is heating up a little bit. Actually, anything above 44 degrees Celsius, it starts to become uncomfortable for your skin. And this is just giving you the surface temperature of the device, not the internal. The internal temperature would be a lot higher. So let's also continue with one more level, and then we'll move to Modern Combat 5. So we'll also play this Tokyo level for a couple of minutes. Again, using the on-screen steering. And now, as the device is pretty hot, it is getting uncomfortable here also in this area where the steering is there, because that's also pretty warm now. But it's able to handle this game. Still, I don't see any skippage of frames or drop frames. And it's around 12 odd minutes now, and the phone, this area and the back is, you can feel the heat actually. And do remember that this is winter, so in summer the heating issue would be a lot more compared to what we are having right now. But again, we look at the temperature. But still, it's able to handle the game pretty well. So to conclude, it will play this Asphalt 8 very well, and it's been over 12 minutes since we were gaming. So let's look at the temperatures. Again, as you can see, it's around 45 degrees, up to 47 here. It's getting extremely hot. And on the back, again, 51 degrees Celsius. Extremely 52 it touched just now. So extremely hot, and actually painfully uncomfortable in this area. So let's get out of this one now. And let me just, it is extremely hot over here, and it's actually painful if you hold it in this area now. Let's just remove this game, and let's also try Modern Combat 5 now. So this is Modern Combat 5, FPS shooter game. Very good graphics it has. And this game actually does stress out most of the smartphones. And as you can see, it is playing this game also pretty well, but again, I've noticed that the device is exhibiting that heat issues still. It's getting pretty hot at the back. So far so good. Did not notice any skippage of frames, but the phone is feels pretty hot to hold. Still, I don't notice any major skipping of frames. And the device is pretty hot to hold. And we are done. So let's look at the temperatures On the screen, again about 45 to 46 degree, 47 also it did touch. So around that temperature. And on the back, again about 51 it touched. So yes, 51, 52 it's touching. Yes, 52 is the max that we saw. So yes, it is extremely hot over here. And I would say anything over 43 degrees Celsius, it's extremely uncomfortable to hold. So yes, with extended gaming, with heavy games particularly, this device will exhibit heating. But the good thing is that it could play all of those games without any issues. Even Asphalt 8 ran fine, and even Modern Combat 5 ran fine. Another good thing is that it has 16 gigs of internal storage. Thereby, you can install even a lot of heavy games on this device without having to worry too much. But again, if you are a hardcore gamer, then the heating issues might be a major factor. And I would say it runs fine if you actually play it in an AC room, but I did try to play it in a non-AC room, and the heating issues just go bonkers if you play in a non-AC room. So to conclude, I would say this device is actually pretty good for gaming if you take into account the price to performance ratio, but with extended gaming, the device tends to heat up quite a bit, so you got to be aware of that. I'll also be posting the in-depth review for this Eureka very soon, so if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching this video. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.